going on, guys? I'm currently sitting here with my 1984 S10 with the smashed windshield. If you don't know how that happened, watch a couple videos before this and I'll tell you exactly what happened. The plan is, my buddy George is going to be doing these windshields this week. I say windshields because we are actually doing two. We're going to get the S10 done, and then the 82 GT is also getting a windshield. It's just easier for him. He's already rebuying the materials because he's not in the business anymore. So he has to buy the glue and do all that stuff anyways. So he's like, why don't you just do both? So that's what we're doing. So today's project, we're going to update the harnesses in the truck. That's this one backwards. So here are our harnesses. Those are the old ones. These are the new ones, which should be exactly the same. You lift the Velcro, you pull, everything comes apart. These are more of an old school style harness, but I wanted them to match. Okay, so we have a right and a left. So like I said, these harnesses have been in here a very long time. Let's check the date. Wow, October of 2012. That's a pretty long time. The new ones are good till December 2025. Do I notice any differences on the harness? The pattern looks, I mean, it's pretty similar. The harnesses are just as thick. They're pretty much exactly the same. I will say I like this styling better with the Racer's Choice incorporated, but they changed it a little bit. It's no big deal. So we're going to take everything here, and we're going to get the harnesses all set. All right, so because we're here, and I'm going to be putting these harnesses together, it's really not that hard. I'll show you guys exactly what to do. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to take your harness like this. I'm going to face the lettering towards me. You're going to take your harness. You're going to go right through one side of it. Through the other side. And leave it like that. The next thing you're going to do, this is your tab, which is going to bolt to the truck, the cage, whatever you have. So you push the harness in together like that to make it easier to go through. Pull everything through. I'm leaving these edges folded in for now. You're going to go back through just like that. And then you're going to go back through the other side. And that's it. Obviously, you can tighten everything up, make it a little bit neater, whatever. When it's in the truck, it's going to be neat. But that's how everything works. That's how you adjust it. You bolt it in the truck, and here's your harness. Listen, I'm not trying to do a million how-to videos, but for those of you who haven't seen this and haven't installed a 5-point harness, this might be helpful. If you've obviously installed a 5-point harness before, then you're just rewatching again, or just skip through it. All of this content isn't for how-to videos per se, but if I can help someone along the way that's new and hasn't seen anything like this, there you go. So with these harnesses, there's a left side and a right side. They're obviously going to meet together in the middle, so that's going to be your sides. This might be tougher than I thought to get these back in. I might have to take this bed cover off. Maybe not. The only thing I want to do different, this setup is not exactly ideal, but instead of having the setup it does, I'm going to put lock nuts. Flip this up into the position I want. Realistically, I would love for this truck to have a cage. Plus, this truck's probably not going to be fast enough to even need a cage. I really don't know what to expect on what it will do for time, but I'm not expecting much out of it. With me and the fuel in it, the truck weighs 2,900 pounds, and it's a 4.8 with a cam. Realistically, how fast can this thing go? But everybody does have to start somewhere. So even if this truck runs a 15, you know, it is what it is. We're there, we're having fun, we're making passes, and we're making adjustments to the truck, figuring out how the truck is. So I can already tell these are going to need to be adjusted some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this back through. That way I can take this setup, bring it down a bunch more. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to loosen up that. The harness is all set. It took me a little bit to get it adjusted, but it really wasn't too bad. I'm happy with it. Should be pretty good. So that's another thing off the list. I started up the truck because I haven't had it run in a pretty long time. Alright guys, so the 5-point harnesses are fully installed. That's all set for the truck. But we also do have something coming up this week. So I have a small trailer that I have to get ready. We're going to be picking something up for the shop that I think is going to make a huge difference. Here's my trailer. It's a basic 5x10. I need to get 2 new tires for it, so I have it jacked up right now with my farm jack. I had a spare that was bad, so I'm going to have a new tire put on that and this wheel over here. Then I'll take that one off on that side and keep it as a spare. We're going to be using this on Sunday. You'll see, it's something I've been needing for a very long time. I never really made the effort to actually try and go get one. So I just so happened to find a deal that could actually work out for me because I have so much going on. With all these cars and all this stuff, I have a lot going on. So I need a deal that I could afford. So right now we're going to take a ride. We're going to go get the tires, have them mounted and balanced, and then we also have to go pick up some foxbody stuff because because that guy called me up, and he has some miscellaneous interior stuff, and he also has the cluster, which is a really big deal because I couldn't find one. He said the interior was complete minus the side panels, so we'll see what we end up with. I'm pretty excited. Not that I'm working on that car, but I'd like to know if I have a complete interior or not. You guys are probably going to laugh at this, but I still have my high school truck. It was really tough to keep it all these years. I mean, it really hasn't been that long. I've been on a high school, 9 years. And this truck was my daily driver. My dad put 100,000 on it. My brother put like 70,000 on it, and then I put another 70,000 on it. And this truck still runs like a top. And I still have it. Let's go get our tires done. All right, guys, so I picked up the tires, and now I'm just gonna drop them off to have them mounted and balanced. The place that I bought the tires from, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I'll have things done there, if I drop off 2 loose tires, sometimes it takes 2 days, and I'm not gonna sit for that. I always kind of just let them do it, but I've had times there where I've dropped off a couple loose tires, and it takes 3 days. That's just too much. I don't have that much time because I need this trailer for Sunday. So I'm driving to another place so I can have these mounted and balanced, and then we'll go from there. Once I leave there, we're gonna go get the foxbody stuff. Guys, so I'm back from picking up the Mustang parts. I ended up getting a phone call, so I didn't even videotape me going up to the shop, but it's no big deal. He gave me a lot of stuff that I needed. He gave me some brake lines. He gave me the complete under hood wiring, which is going to be nice, so I can run all the lights and all that stuff. He gave me miscellaneous trim that goes to the car. I think I might be missing the windshield trim, but I can figure that out. Not a big deal anyways. He gave me the brake booster with the master. He gave me the e-brake, the gas pedal, the clutch cable, the speedo cable, which if I can somehow adapt that to Turbo 400, I'd like to, so that way the factory gauges and everything work. But the most important thing, he gave me the cluster. For what it is, this one's pretty mint. Unfortunately, it does have an 85 speedo. Not a big deal. It's showing 86,000 miles. Could be legit. It could be 586,000. I really don't know. We got a 6,000 RPM tach. We have an amperage gauge, temperature, fuel, and oil pressure. My vision is to have this factory cluster working with the LS swap. It's going to be some work. I'm sure somebody's done it, and if not, we'll figure it out. Now, this car is definitely a basket case. He also gave me the brake lines, so those are cool. I'm surprised they were actually in good shape. Right now, as it sits, this is the car. There's all the parts he just gave me. There's the trim, the seats, everything for the car. Just recently prepped it for the windshield. So I went through, I sanded everything off, got it all extremely clean. I prepped it, primed it, and painted it. So this thing, I just got to give it a quick wipe. It's a little dusty. We're going to set the windshield in, put the clips on, and she's going to be good to drop that windshield in. I know the car doesn't look like much, and it is going to need some extensive repairs. But for what it is, an 82 GT, I'm not a Ford guy, like I said. But these cars absolutely rip. It's a great platform to start from. I did replace the doors on it. This one doesn't match, different color. And then that door over there is a different shade of red, or maybe this sun-baked red. That's what it used to look like. But I got those on. So this is how she sits at the moment. Now I know this is a huge project to even take on. I'm not afraid to let this thing sit covered up as long as I have to. I know I got the Camaro I'm working on at the moment, and then the S10 needs minor stuff so we can make it to the track. I just felt like at the time, this was a pretty good deal. I was just talking with him. He does have a hood for the car, so that'll be cool, and then I'll have to track down that front bumper, but that'll all be done at a later date. I felt like at $450 with clean paperwork, the complete interior, and the car does need a little bit of rust repair, but everything's repairable. It's really not that bad. I've had cars where I needed to replace the whole floor, and I still did it. So if you guys think it was a bad buy, let me know. Here we go. We got our tires. That ain't happening. Not two with one hand and a camera. Looks like I gotta cut the grass. This thing's all over the place. Here we go. That's the trailer. Put some tires on it. We'll be back rolling in a few minutes. Looks like we're gonna have a little helper. Let's get this set up. What? You afraid of the camera? Aww. You're afraid. She wants to kill everything else, but she's afraid of this. I don't know how that works. Oh boy. These farm jacks are great for stuff like this in the backyard. So I just had these mounted and balanced. I bought them from one store and brought them to another to get mounted and balanced. Sure enough, I wasn't expecting this, but they always do it every time. They always go above and beyond. They didn't charge me anything to mount and balance. So I go to Broadway Tire. Every time they hook me up, and I really appreciate it. They don't have to do that, but they always go above and beyond, and something like that goes a long way. This detent, really trashed with the Craftsman socket, but all right, this one's all set. If you don't use these jacks often, sometimes this does happen. So I flip the lever. Oh, there we go. It's gonna go down now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spray it. I did have this jack outside, so probably shouldn't have. I had it on the trailer. When you are using these, it's probably important to keep everything lubed up so nothing falls on you. So don't go by me. Use it at your own risk, and just take care of your stuff, and this shouldn't happen. That's how it's supposed to work, but it just needed that WD-40. All right, on to the next side. I've had this trailer for a pretty long time. I bought this trailer when I was moving. My neighbor had it. He wanted to get rid of it, and I was about to move, so it was perfect. When I bought my house, I had two options. Rent a U-Haul for 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it ended up being, or buy this. This trailer has brought back all my LS motors. It brought back my bandsaw, brush back and forth. This thing's done everything. Normally I like to use the Milwaukee because a lot of the Snap-on power tools really aren't that good. We'll see if it's got that. Oh, Winnie's got something she don't like. Yeah, I figured this was gonna happen. This thing doesn't have much for power anyways. These have also been on here for a pretty long time. What are you doing, Win? Come here, pup. Win! I don't know what she's doing. She does this. She gets pretty... What? I have no idea what she's barking. Wayne, come here. Come here. All right. There's hope. We got 2 more. Let's get the ratchet, make our lives easier. That's how it should work. It's pretty good now. This is one of my favorite purchases from Snap-on. This ratchet takes care of everything. I did break the detent though. Perfect. It should come right off. But it's been a great ratchet. It's SLL80A. Nice big full-size ratchet. I don't have a reputable Snap-on guy though. So I have nobody to fix the detent. So I literally will carry this around with me in my truck. And if I find a guy, I'll drop it off. Maybe he can rebuild it then and there. We'll see. I gotta have this done. Flip it back up. Get it positioned. Don't mind my nerdy summer boots. They're pretty comfortable for what they are. I usually wear the loggers, and they're just too hot for the summer. Nice. So what I'm planning on Sunday is really going to change the dynamic of the garage. It's tough because I want to tell you what I'm going to get, but I just can't let it out yet. But what I'm getting is the first thing that I've ever had that's actually nice. So believe it or not, partway through that of me putting on those trailer tires, the iPhone got too hot, I guess. So that happens quite a bit. Eventually I want to invest in a real camera so this doesn't happen. I'm sure that doesn't like the heat any more than the iPhone. It got me this time, got the better of me. We got our S10 5-point harness in. That's another step to the track. We got some foxbody parts, which I've been desperately wanting to figure out what this car will even need to complete the interior. Now I have a good idea, so I won't have to track down as much. And then I had some tires mounted and balanced from Broadway, and as usual, like I said, my buddy Steve always somehow, one way or another, takes care of me, and I appreciate that, so thank you very much. Sunday is the big day, the whole reason why I'm getting this trailer ready. We got something to pick up, and it is not another car. I mean, it could be. I guess you could drive it. Yeah, I mean, technically you could drive it, so maybe we can LS swap that. Oh, now we're thinking. I'm gonna have to take a look. Everything's all set, ready to go. It is dirty. I gotta take some stuff that's still on the trailer off, like all this trash, and then I gotta throw that out. But we have our brand new tires all set. We are prepped and ready. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching DeRosa Driven. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. We're currently sitting at about 307 subscribers. We're another step closer to that goal of 1,000, and you guys are the ones helping me with that goal. So thank you, and I will catch you on the next one.